swear my body's aging like unpatched right.
Babies don't stop, won't stop, can't stop for anything. And behind all those wild moves is an unstoppable Pampers 360 diaper. For an unbeatable fit that's up to 100% leak-proof. And now with new Easy Off tabs, changing with Pampers is easier than ever. Straps on, wraps up, pulls on. And they're off. Because they're Pampers. Behind every baby.
Boys Season 5 has 2 episodes left, and I don't know how this ends without the ending feeling rushed. Because this season, for the most part, didn't just set up a finale, but rather, it set up like 5 different endings at the same time. Homelander's now officially immortal with the V1, the boys barely have any ideas left, and the few people who could change everything are either missing or way too quiet. So before the final 2 episodes drop, I want to go through the biggest questions Season 5 still needs to answer, and the different plot lines that have been set up that need to be answered before the season ends. First things first, let's start off how episode 6 ended. As we know, Soldier Boy gave Homelander the V1, and we get this chilling ending where Homelander injects it, starts shooting lasers up into the sky, and the single word Butcher says is run. Now, if that doesn't tell you how scared they are, I don't know what does. And it doesn't seem like they have any other plan in mind. It was really looking like they were planning on using the virus to take out Homelander in the end. However, as we know, just because he has the V1, it doesn't mean that he's complete out and then bring him to an enriched uranium chamber. Then it's easy to see how they could take him out or remove his powers. But I mean, after all these seasons, this has been the build-up to how they were going to take him down. We literally had one entire season of Gen V dedicated to showing how the suit virus was coming into effect. Now, part of me hopes that the show doesn't just forget about this and throw it out of the window, because that would low-key mean that everything else that was set up for it would be completely wasted. I truly do hope they find some sort of way to incorporate the virus, but I find it highly unlikely that they'll have time to bioengineer a new one that affects V1 suits. Unless, of course, there's some massive time jump. And speaking of the enriched uranium, let's talk about that. In episode 4, it was revealed that Homelander actually has some sort of kryptonite. Now, the reason why I call it kryptonite is not because it doesn't affect anyone else, because obviously normal humans would die to it, but because it's the one thing that seems to be able to penetrate through Homelander's skin in particular, since everything else up to date hasn't worked whatsoever. And it's not like being near the enriched uranium instantly kills a regular human. They'd still have up to a minute to do whatever they want with it, which leaves me wondering if somebody will take it in some sort of sacrifice play and put it right next to Homelander to take him down. Now, most of you may think that Butcher forgot about all of this, that he didn't connect the dots in episode 4 when he saw Homelander in a sort of weak state. By the end of that episode, it was deliberately shown that Butcher found a tape where they were using the enriched uranium on Soldier Boy, which proves that it's effective on V1 suits. So I think Butcher and MM have this in their back pocket, and I think it's probably one of the only other things they can have in mind in terms of taking him down. And I feel like that was deliberately put there to tell us that, hey, this is a weakness, and they're gonna use it eventually. And although we haven't seen much of Butcher and MM really working on getting any, it could be revealed in the next episode that they've been actually extensively gathering information on it. Now, to be fair, getting enriched uranium would be probably extremely difficult for the boys, but if Homelander was dumb enough, he could have left the enriched uranium that was at Port Harmony there, and thus MM and Butcher could have gone back and harvested it, or hell, built around it and made the chamber more secure in order to lure him and take him out for good. Before we continue, if you enjoyed these videos, please consider hitting that subscribe button to try and help me get to 20K. Now, another major plotline that I don't want you guys to forget is Ryan. As we know, the entire show actually has been building him up to be one of the most powerful suits. He hasn't just been this character who was around last season or even the one before. He's been a very important aspect of the series since season 2, and it's been deliberately stated that he's more than just being used for emotional tension. He has laser eyes, he can fly, and he has super strength. Does he come anywhere near close as Homelander? Maybe not, but his powers are still immensely useful, which leaves me
gorgeous!